Hello, welcome to the second video in my Let's Go Shopping card class for the month of June 2023. This particular card, I love this. It's one of those cards where you build lots of little things and it all comes together at the end, which just makes me really happy. And I've realised I've not cut the piece of designer scissors paper for the bottom. So let's do that first. Because apparently I'm special today. So there are loads and loads and loads of pieces of designer scissors paper in this particular pack. They are all stunning. I would urge you to check them out. If you're watching this and it's still June, this paper is 15% off for this month. So I would really strongly urge you to go and check it out. So let's put the card base together first. I am going to just quickly run my bone folder over the top just to make sure it's really nicely burnished. And then we're going to pop a piece of basic white down first. And I like doing this to kind of ground everything else and tie everything together. So then we've got a piece of designer scissors paper that we'll layer on top of that. Now, if you are not confident with layering using Stampin' Seal, please do use a wet glue. That will give you a little bit of wiggle room. I use a tape runner literally for speed, and I've done it for so long that it's just habit and quite natural for me now. And yeah, it's just practice. I'm going to tip this camera back a little bit. I think it's fallen ever so slightly. My camera mount today is not very happy. I've got a new phone that I'm filming on and still working on some bits. So I am going to, this one I've stamped in crumb cake, but the cardstock and the designer scissors paper are grey granite, so I'm going to get that. I'm really sorry as well if you can hear my cat shouting in the background today. She's decided that it's loud day. Don't really know why. She does this every now and again. So I'm going to stamp the cute little shop in grey granite. Oh, I'm going to stamp it again because that didn't stamp very well. Don't know, sometimes these things just happen. That's better. And then I'm also going to stamp the top of the shop, and this is we're going to die cut this separately. So for all I've got one on top of the other, you'll understand when we put the card together. So that is those bits. Then I need some balmy blue because we're going to stamp the adorable little lamps in these windows. One of the lovely things about this stamp set is the fact that you've got things that go inside windows. You've also got dies that cut these windows out. I haven't got any shaker cards in this card class. However, they would make great shaker cards. And then I'm going to stamp the adorable little table and chairs as well. There we go. Oh, now she's come to shout at me by my feet. Aren't animals funny sometimes? So I'm sure she'll jump up on the desk in a minute as well. I think she's missed me. I've been on nights over the weekend. I'm filming this on Monday, and yeah, I've been on nights over the weekend. I think everybody missed me in the house because my daughter's upset today because she's gone to nursery, and I'm at home. Frida, go away. Anybody else tell their cats to go away or their animals, and they're just being loud? I will go and let them out in a second. Let's just pop these dies on with a little bit of washi tape. Here she comes. She won't be happy until she's got herself on camera. So I put washi tape on my projects. There she is, look. Before I die cut them, just because it's a confidence issue for me, really. Now, Frida was in my office when I was designing this class last week, and she must have enjoyed it because she left dribble marks everywhere. So I'm taking that as it's a good sign from my cat. She liked it a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim this piece of cardstock because I realised that my cardstock is bigger than my die cutting machine. I normally use my my big cut and emboss, but for video I use my little one, and I just always forget that I need to adjust the size of things. So we're going to run that through. Oh, I don't know why it keeps going a bit blurry. I do apologise for that. Oh, don't worry about your machine making bangs and cracks and things. It's totally normal, particularly when you're running, like I've just done, flat edges straight through the machine. I find things click and bang a little bit more when I run things that way. So, I'm just going to run off and shout at somebody else now. So I'm the only person in the house today, so she's not going to get very far. So then we can put this shop together, you see, like that. So they stack one on top of the other. And then, so I'm going to pop those down first. So a bit of Stampin' Seal, and I'm going to not put it right to the top because I'm going to need to tuck the top layer back kind of underneath. So that one goes there. Then we're going to pop this layer on, and I can just pick this bit up a little bit just to tuck it under, like so. And then I've already gone ahead and done a little bit more die cutting. So I have the adorable little lamppost to go down, and then I've got some foliage. So I've got, what I did on the original card was that I die cut all 3 of these green pieces, and they're all layered on here, and I wanted to show you the difference. So I'm not going to use this piece on this card, I'm just going to use these 2 pieces, and then our heat embossed sentiment. So I need my wet glue, so I have Tombow glue for this, and I'm just going to very carefully dab a little bit of glue on the top and the bottom of the lamppost and pop that down there, and then a couple of little dots of glue onto the foliage piece. And so I'll have one going down the side of the shop, and then one that's going to go over the top. These are exactly the same. Stampin' Up have just been very kind and given us 2. Try not to drop your wet glue onto your project before you've got it positioned where you want it to be. And then I am going to use a couple of dimensionals on our sentiment, and that is our second card in this card class. If you want any of the measurements, you can find those in the card PDF download. That will cost you £5 or your equivalent in whatever country you are in the world. If you're interested in card classes with me, I do a card class every month, and if you get in before the 14th of the month, the card kit is available as well, with all of the pieces, stamps and designer series paper for you. Thank you so much for joining me. See you soon.